We're back again with our shape tween that we were working on at the end of the last lesson. I have a number 1 that tries to smoothly tween into a number 2, but it's not very pretty in the middle. So we're going to spend this lesson using shape hints to try and clean this up. A shape hint in Flash is like a mapping point. It instructs Flash that we would like a particular point on our starting shape to correspond with a particular point on our ending shape. And if we place a number of these shape hints around the outside of our shapes, hopefully Flash will be able to keep these coordinated throughout the tween and make it look right. Now we add shape hints at the beginning frame of our animation first, and then we position them. So let's go to the beginning frame and we choose Modify, Shape, and Add Shape Hint. You can also do this on a PC by hitting Control Shift and the letter H, and on a Macintosh it's Command Shift H. Now if this option is grayed out in your menu, you may need to select your shape. So we'll choose this, and we see a small red circle containing the letter A. Let's zoom in a step. We can grab this letter A, or the shape hint, and drag it to wherever we want. Also, at the end of our tween, we have a corresponding letter A. We can position these anywhere we want, independently of each other. So, we're going to tell Flash that we want this corner right here at the beginning of the tween to correspond with this corner here at the end of the tween. And to do this, we really should turn snapping on. Choose View and Snapping and Snap to Objects, and this makes it easier for us to place our shape hints. Grab it and drag it, and it should snap to the corner. Now go to the end of the tween and do the same thing. Grab this one and snap it, and all of a sudden it changes color. It's not red anymore, it's now green. Go back to the beginning, and our starting shape hint is yellow. This tells us that we have correctly positioned our shape hints, and Flash can now read them to try and clean up the animation. Now our tween looks different, but it's still messy. This is because oftentimes we need to use more than one shape hint. To add another one, simply repeat the process. Add a shape hint, and we can position this. Now Macromedia recommends, when we're placing a number of shape hints, that we start at the upper left-hand corner of our object, or as close as we can get to it, and work around the object in a counterclockwise fashion. This generally seems to help Flash decipher the shape changes. So, working in a counterclockwise fashion, we'll put shape hint B right here. Go to the end, and we'll put B in a corresponding place. Notice that I'm choosing corners. The process of shape tweening and using shape hints is really a trial and error process. Many times you'll just have to experiment. But it can help if we try to place our shape hints on corners or recognizable points along our shapes. So for the rest of the shape hints, I'm not going to use this menu. I'm going to use the keyboard shortcut, Control Shift and H. There's 4 of them. Notice as well that we do not have to position these shape hints at the beginning and the end of the tween at the same time. We can position all of our starting shape hints and then go to the end and position all of those. That just makes it a little bit easier. Okay, let's try those. We now have A, B, C, D, E, F, and G going around the outside of our object in a counterclockwise fashion. Let's do the same thing at the end. Of course, we don't need to add these anymore because they've already been created. Okay, we now also have A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Now, there's no guarantee that this is going to work. However, with your own shape tweens, if you follow this process, your chances of success are going to be a lot higher. Well, that's not perfect, but it's a lot better than what we had. So hopefully at this stage, you'll have a basic understanding of how you can make your shape tweens look better. Now, if you have decided that you've placed all of your shape hints in the wrong places and you just want to start over, you can get rid of them all by choosing Modify, Shape, and Remove All Hints. Now we're back to where we started. But I'm going to undo that, put the hints back, and I'm going to save this file. It's called shapehints.fla, and it's going to be in the work files folder of your training CD. If you want to, go ahead and open that and have a look at how I've placed my shape hints. And that brings us to the end of this lesson on shape hints.